Just a quick preamble to the video you're about to see. There's a gentleman that I had gotten acquainted with. He doesn't live far from where I used to. And he wanted me to come over. He had something he wanted me to see before he dies. And what he did was he got out a map of Isle Royale. And the backstory is that his family, or one of his family members, had a cabin on the island back in the day. And he used to go out there and spend summers and help work the charter boats that his family member had. And he said in his off time, he would go walk, pretty much he said walk, and he had a rubber raft that he would search the entire island. And he says he's found all the best spots to pick the greenstones at. And he wanted to make sure somebody knew about these locations before he died. I never intend on getting out to Isle Royale, even though I do live close by. I live on a limited budget, and it isn't cheap to even take a ferry across. $320 to be exact. Not that's both ways. And more or less, probably never going to go, and then all this would die with me. So I'm going to share it with the world. And just a quick caveat, and that caveat is the map you're about to see, every location, it is now illegal to pick rocks at. It is now a national park, and they don't allow rock picking. So this video is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy.
Usually boaters have those.
Yeah.
There's also one. Yeah, there's a campground right here, Tucker's Island. But that's just a little damn island. It's kind of like your backyard.
Oh.
You got lake all the way around you.
Okay.
So you're closed up.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting in it.
I'm
So
just
how
trying to
long
say.
do you think it would take us to paddle from there?
Well, you know this rate of the speed of the kayak, and here's your.
You get about 7-8 miles, 7.5 miles.
So actually, let's see the lines. This is between the lines is 5, and then 8 miles. Yeah, about to the point.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles for the width of this.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, it'd be about
It's
8
about-
miles.
Yeah, it's about 6.5, 7 miles.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure our scale isn't perfect, but yeah.
How rough can it get in here?
Typically not too bad because this is all protected.
Okay.
Now, different story out here.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where we have to go out along these two islands. It could be, we'll have to pick our day to go out there.
Well, when you came up here, you'd pick in here, and then between these islands, there's a little suspension bridge. And that's where I got most of my raw ones, where they weren't polished at all.
Yeah.
But I just picked them up, thought, maybe. Well, now that I know what
Yeah.
that's what I should have been going for, because there's a lot of them.
Yep.
I will show you what.
Oh, the finished ones?
Yeah, Jeff and Abby, a thank you,
Oh.
which was very sweet of them. Let me take these guys out. This one, so you can see them. And this one. Okay. Oop. That over.
Different shapes, huh?
Yeah, a couple of these are ones that I actually,
So-
I found one and I polished them myself.
This is your greenstone. This one is one from, where are they from?
Kiwina.
Kiwina.
The copper
Kiwina.
mines there?
Kiwana.
Yeah, and that is a copper replacement agate. You can see little bits of copper. So those are one that I went to buy that one, and they said, no, we're just gonna send it to you for a thank you. And I said, oh, that's so nice. And then they sent me those two
Oh,
along
now
with
when I
it.
get it in the sun, that has pretty nice characters in it.
But isn't it interesting how dark it is
Yeah.
compared to yours? That's the difference from the
Island to the,
yeah.
Where you get it, yeah.
yep. and-
Well, see that, remember, I've got mine was, some had bigger characteristics in them, and most of them were small. The bigger ones came from down here in Malone Bay.
Oh, okay. Oh, Malone Bay, okay.
That's where the big segments stones were. Everything else back in here is the small ones.
Gotcha.
And then these two are a couple that I found near the Brule that I polished myself. And you can tell they're nowhere near as nice as those.
Sure. Well, you just didn't have as much to work with.
Right.
Yeah. And we're new at it. We're still working on figuring it out.
Well, he took everything I had.
Oh,
You don't get it all over here, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why, you'd think it'd be all over the
It
place.
depends on where the deposits are.
Well, I mean, but the lake, you would think the lake would carry it.
With
or
this ridge up here, and this must go up, I don't have the elevations here right now, but we're standing up here, you're probably close to 1,000 feet above the water. And up on top of that ridge, here it's all solid stone or greenstone embedded in that lava rock.
Wow.
And another thing is that
That'd
stone,
be cool.
that stone is so solidly embedded in there that it's going to take 3 million years worth of erosion from wind to get it to come out. Where the waves, the reason they're only on one side, it depends
Well-
on currents and waves, how they hit and crash, and that'll get them to break out.
When you see them down by the water, both here by Duncan, Caribou, and up here at what's called
Malone?
it's got coming down, and the rocks come out, and they have broken. It's like it's laying in layers vertically or horizontally,
Okay.
and when they flake out, maybe it's that thick, but both surfaces are full of it. So what you're getting is something that has just cracked out of it, or those shelf pieces have been laying there, freezing, thawing for a couple winters, and that shakes them out too.
Okay.
But you're not going to see it as common way up here where you're
No.
not getting the weather and the erosion versus
There's nothing to disturb it.
right versus the lake front. But yeah, there's some of the biggest deposits could be over here somewhere. But if it's not getting the weather to, it could be buried for millions of years. You know.
This island just amazes me, though.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
And see, I've hunted around right up here around Rock Harbor and found nothing. But I didn't spend a lot of time either. And I'm sure that there's some around.
But these are your main ones, huh?
Yeah, this is probably the center point to work from.
So coming into the bay, all right.
You taking a picture?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that way I can, you know, if I can reference the map by taking.
See, what I did with in the boat, I've got a map that's pretty well beat up now. It was one of these. And I cut it in 4 this way and 3 that way. And then I laminated them.
Good idea.
So I have to be able to set them together. And
Well, that's a good idea.
after you, then you can handle it. It's weatherproof. And
Yeah, that's perfect. Especially like if you're taking the kayak or something else.
now there are small maps that they have at the bookstore here at the that have plastic laminate maps. They're probably 8.5 by 11. Some of them are double that. You open up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the history of this island. Not many people around and have the history of this place anymore, firsthand.
If you think about it and you want to plan something, like you take the map with you and plan it and get as long as I get it back. That's all.
Oh, yeah.